Chapter 4. Communicable diseases. You have already learned about the deficiency diseases caused by the lack of nutrients in our diet. These deficiency diseases are non-infectious or non-communicable, that is, which cannot be passed from one person to another. There are some more diseases which can be passed on to others. Such diseases are called infectious diseases or communicable diseases. These diseases are transmitted from a sick person to a healthy person through various means such as contact, air, water, food, carriers, etc. Most of the diseases are caused by the harmful microbes. The harmful microbes are called germs. They cause various diseases. There are many kinds of germs. 1. Bacteria. These are germs which have a single cell. They may be rod-shaped, round or spiral. Bacteria causes diseases like typhoid, diphtheria, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. 2. Viruses. These harmful microbes are smaller than bacteria. They multiply very quickly. Influenza, flu, mumps, measles, polio, smallpox, and common cold diseases are caused by viruses. 3. Fungi. These are also called molds. These are very small non-green plants. These grow in decaying matter. Fungi causes diseases like ringworm and athlete's foot. 4. Protozoa. These are unicellular living organisms which are much longer than bacteria. These cause diseases like malaria and dysentery. Fact zone. Germs are tiny organisms, living things that may cause diseases. Germs are so small and sneaky that they creep into our body without being noticed. Causes of infectious diseases. The harmful microbes enter the human body through various modes and spread various diseases. Let us study them in detail. 1. By contaminated food and water, diseases like food poisoning, diarrhea, cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, and jaundice spread through infected food and water. Food and water gets infected by cockroaches, flies, rats, and other small animals. Touching food and water with dirty hands makes them dirty. The milk of diseased cows or buffaloes and the flesh of sick animals too carry germs. Eating or drinking such infected food or water causes diseases. 2. By air. Common cold, diphtheria, viral fever, whooping cough, flu, chickenpox, and measles spread through the germ-carrying air. Such diseases are called airborne diseases. When a diseased person coughs or spits, some germs go into the air. When a healthy person breathes in this air, the germs enter his body and he gets the disease. 3. By direct contact, chickenpox, ringworm, whooping cough, measles, and scarlet fever spread by touching a sick person, his clothing, or other things used by him. That is why patients with infectious diseases should be kept away from others until they are fully recovered. Their soap, towel, comb, utensils, bed sheets, pillows, etc. should be separated from the rest. 4. By insect bites, diseases like plague, yellow fever, dengue, malaria, sleeping sickness, and kala azar spread by the bites of insects like fleas, mosquitoes, sandflies, and bedbugs. Plague is spread by the bite of the rat fleas. Some insects bite and suck the blood from the body of a sick person. When they bite the body of a healthy person, they transmit the disease-causing germs into his blood. Thus, a healthy person gets diseased. 5. By skin cutting, the germs cannot enter our body if the skin is healthy, but if the skin has any cut or wound, the germs can enter the body through it. Diseases like anthrax and tetanus are caused in this way. 6. Vicarious. Some people are healthy, but they keep germs in their body. They do not suffer from a disease themselves, but they make other people sick by passing the germs to them. Such people are called carriers. Diseases like typhoid, cholera, diphtheria, measles, and dysentery are passed on in this. 7. Through contaminated soil, eggs and larvae of hookworms are present in the soil. When a person walks barefooted on such a soil, the larvae enter into his body through the skin between the toes, causing disease. 8. Through inadequate sterilization and contaminated transfusions, many types of infections are transmitted because of improperly sterilized injection needles and syringes and other instruments. Contaminated blood or glucose introduce germs into the body to produce several infectious diseases. One of such a disease is AIDS-acquired immune deficiency syndrome. RDS is an incurable infectious disease that damages the immune system of a person and causing him to death. Scientists are working hard to find a vaccine for its cure. Many efforts are being made to make the public aware of this deadly disease. Prevention of infectious diseases. In order to prevent these infectious diseases, we need to take certain precautions. The patient should be kept in complete isolation from other members of the family. Only a person who is looking after the patient should be allowed to go near him. Other family members should not come in contact with the patient. All the articles used by the patient, such as comb, towel, clothes, utensils, handkerchiefs, books, soap, etc., should be kept separate. All these things should be made germ-free or should be disinfected. Other family members should not use these articles. C. All the cases of infectious diseases should be brought to the notice of the health officer so that he may be able to take the necessary precautions to check the spread of the disease. When the patient is all right, the germs still remain in the room and the beddings used by the patient. Therefore, we should disinfect the walls, floor, and ceiling of the room. All the curtains and beddings should be washed, the furniture, etc., should be exposed to the sunlight too, by checking the growth and multiplication of germs. A. We should throw all the garbage in the dustbin. We should not spread it here and there. Also, the dustbins should be kept covered. B. The toilets should be kept neat and clean. These should be washed regularly with disinfectants like phenyl. C. Water used for drinking should be boiled. It should be properly stored in clean utensils with covers. D. All the eatables should be kept covered to keep them safe from flies and dust. E. Along with the house, the surroundings should also be kept neat and clean. The drains should always be kept covered. 3. By vaccination and inoculation. Whenever there is an epidemic of plague, cholera, or typhoid, etc., it is wise to be inoculated against it in order to protect ourselves against these diseases. Vaccination develops resistance in our body against certain infectious diseases like diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, measles, mumps, etc. Parents should visit the doctor 5 times in the first year after the birth of their child for getting the baby vaccinated. If children are not immunized in time, they may fall ill. Study the following table which gives you some guidelines for vaccination and inoculation. Age. Name of vaccination diseases prevented. 1. At birth. BCG. Tuberculosis. 2. 6 weeks to 9 months. DPT. Triple antigen, diphtheria, whooping cough, and tetanus. Age. Name of vaccination. diseases prevented. 3. 9 months to 1 year. Measles. Against measles. 4. 1 to 2 years antigen. DP. 2 and polio against polio and as triple 5. 5 to 6 years. Booster. Against typhoid. 6. 10 years. Typhoid. Against tetanus. The first vaccination was performed by Dr. Edward Jenner in the year 1798 against smallpox. Infectious diseases have been controlled to a great extent with the help of the above measures. Communicable diseases, bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoa, causes of infectious diseases, prevention of infection by vaccination and